7:45 in the morning. It's Friday, July 10th, 2026. It is day 18 of the 1,314 day gestation and maturation period of the Adam seed, which I carry. I am the 13th pillar, the 13th zodiac sign of Fucus, or I should say, my biological avatar is genetically coded to be the 13th pillar, and which is the 13th zodiac sign, and the fulfillment of the Cloister Duratura plate record prophecy that it speaks of for this day and age, for 2026 through 2033. The Adam seed was activated within me on Father's Day, June 21st, 2026. I feel like that might be a little loud. So make it louder then, Kelly. So I am Kelly, the 13th pillar, Draka, Mother Shaman. Draka, Mother Shaman. My full name is Kelly Lee Grace Nakim. My surnames and my bloodline led me to discovering who I am and my life's mission, as well as my genetic key code, the HLA-B27 gene that I carry within my genetic coding, was the key that actually unlocked me discovering my life purpose, my soul identity, my soul matrix identity. This is Apollo. This is my Apollo. He's my buddy. He's my best friend. He is my road dog, literally. We've been through a lot together. He just turned 7 on May 17th. He's Apollo. I've had him since he was 6 weeks old. He doesn't like the sage. It burns his eyes, I think. He tolerates it to a point. He lets me sage him, but he doesn't necessarily like it. It's a lot for him. He doesn't like to take a bath. He doesn't like water, so I mean, he's a weird dog. He is an amazing little bundle of love. He is an incarnate of my previous dog, Aaliyah, whom, if you guys know me, I had a red-nosed pit bull for many years. Her name was Aaliyah, and she was a certified service dog. She was able to alert my seizures. She gave me like a 2-minute window. So she went everywhere with me. So when my ex-husband went to prison, she was my saving grace. She saved me. She was my protection and everything, because I lived in a van for 3 years during that period. Which I'm not complaining. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It wasn't bad. Wherever I went, there I was, and everything I needed, and I didn't need to be too much of an imposition on people when I came to visit, because I could sleep outside in my car, in my van. The only thing I didn't really have was a shower, you know. That made it, you know, I could do a camping shower, but that's not really the same thing. But it's doable. It was doable. Van life is doable. I enjoyed it. I wish I had that option now, but I didn't invest myself properly. Well, I'd like to say that I didn't invest myself properly when I had a windfall and was able to, but that's not a true statement. I'm right where I'm supposed to be with the resources that I was meant to have when I was meant to get here. It was the only way I was going to get here. The universe manufactured situations and circumstances that forced me. Well, not necessarily forced me. I had a decision. I had a choice. I didn't have to. But my intuition led me to this path through the circumstances and the situations that I found myself in in the last 5 years. With that being said, here I am. right where I feel like I'm supposed to be, per the Cloister Duratura records, plate records, which are records of this, the origins of this time matrix, the specific Kathara grid time matrix, and how it began, and through Chelonic science. Chelonic science is the science of spirituality. It is, well, spirituality is science. It is one and the same. This is the mechanics. Ascension is mechanics. Our life is science. How could it not be? How could science and God not be the same thing? How could science not ultimately lead to God? I mean, that's just common sense to me. That just, duh. Well, Chelonic science is that bridge. It is the true science of reality. And that is what's been kept from us. Because in that science teaches us our power and how to activate our true potential as 12-stranded DNA beings and of creation. And divine, celestial, angelic human beings are the most, we are the babies of creation, first of all, and we also were created with the greatest potential of all of creation. And when I say that, yes, that infers that there's extraterrestrials. Yes, I mean, we're pretty naive to think that we're the only beings in this universe, right? I mean, come on. And the truth of the matter is that we are the babies. We are the babies. We're the newest creation. And our evolution has been thwarted and hijacked and blocked and has been a subject of warring extraterrestrials for millions of years. Our evolution has been the center point of an extraterrestrial galactic war for a long time. And the thing is that time is coming to an end. The cosmos, the planetary alignments within our specific time matrix is aligning up and aligning so that the core of the planet can raise her magnetic field into, so that with conjunction and cooperation of the celestial divine human beings that we were created to be, we were created to be the guardians of the planet, and everything's in alignment for us to not only evolve and ascend our own cells, our own biology, but also that of the planet into the higher harmonic fields and the higher harmonic field morphogenetic blueprints they contain. The third dimension was never meant to be the dimension that we found ourselves in and trapped in, and this is the furthest away from source, and it's the densest. It's the densest, therefore it is the slowest vibrating part of creation. And we have an energetic double in polarity. So as above, so below, right? So think of the third dimension, in which the particles in the third dimension are called particum, and their energetic double, their polarity, which within quantum physics explains this, the particles as the double, as is the polarity. Well, that particle double is called the particule, and together they're called partiki. And those are the elements of creation. Those are what creation and energy and matter is made of. Everything is energy, and energy is called partiki. And that partiki is split in two, and to the particum and the particule. And the particule is our higher self double. So think of it this way: our particum, we are in third dimension. This is the third dimension. This is our body. This would be my body, my avatar, right? So here it is, and it's got chakras lined up. There's 7 within the body, but there's a total of 15, because our body isn't limited to the meat suit that we wear. We have an etheric energetic body that expands beyond us, and it can be measured. Now, the particum is the slowest. It's in the slowest dimension. And here it is, right here. And then our polaric double is the highest self, the oversoul and the higher self, and it's in the higher dimensions and the higher harmonic fields. And we're connected like this, opposites, at the crown. So this is my particum body, my particum avatar, and then my Parthe avatar is biologically in the higher harmonic fields in its own universe. But we're connected at the crown chakra. And that is our reality. And Keylontic science is the science that speaks of this and explains it. And I implore you and encourage everybody to do your own research into Keylontic science and the Kathara grid, the true tree of life. My transmissions, these live broadcast transmissions, are meant to, it is to broadcast my unfiltered, undistorted, energetic frequency in its full integrity out onto the grid. The frequency net of the grid. The false light matrix. My genetic code, I carry the HLA-B27 gene, and my genetic coding has been activated and is now overwritten the frequency net matrix. That's the job of the 13th pillar. The 13th pillar is the biological avatar that's anchoring the frequency, the energetic frequency that is overriding the Metatronic Cube technology matrix frequency net, as well as designed and genetically coded to house and carry the atom seed. The atom seed is the Christos consciousness. It is the crystalline morphogenetic blueprint of the divine, celestial, angelic human beings that we were originally created to be and have the potential to be through our DNA by activating our own internal 12 DNA strands within our body, our own DNA and our chakras. And there are 7 physical chakras within the body that we're aware of, that Eastern medicine has taught us about, that are accurate and on point and true. And then there are more. There's 15 total chakras that our bodies align to and must be activated. The 7 chakras are just the 7 dimensions within our own biology that we are able to inhabit and traverse. The live transmission, the live broadcast is the only way to have my energetic frequency broadcast out onto the grid, unfiltered and undistorted. And this is what my intuition, my D4 intuition, my higher oversoul self has led me to do. Everybody's got clair gifts, clairvoyance, clairsentience, whatever. Everybody's got a clair gift. My gifts, and we can operate, and we all operate in all of them, but we naturally are talented, to 1 or 2. Mine is claircognizance, which is clair knowing. So my clair gift is just simply I just know things without knowing why, and I feel the truth within my body, which is the other part of that gift, is the clairsentience. So I have a clair knowing, so I get this divine knowing, and then it's confirmed within my body. Because and the HLA-B27 gene is like a high volatile and energetic antenna, so it makes me a really superpower empath. So I can sense energetic fields and energetic frequencies within other people and objects and all around me, very, very, very intensely. It's taken me a long time to learn how to. When I was younger, I had no idea. I had no clue. First of all, that these gifts existed. Second of all, that I had them and that I was super sensitive, and nor did I know about this gene that I carry, this genetic coding, this rare genetic code within my own DNA, within my own blood. That DNA is they call it an autoimmune marker within the blood, and it can cause a lot of serious problems within the body. One of them being something called ankylosing spondylitis, which is where your spine starts fusing together from the sacrum up. It's also it's a marker found with most people who have rheumatoid arthritis. People who struggle with severe rheumatoid arthritis, a high majority of them carry this gene. And this gene is tied to my tribe, my celestial divine human tribe. Tribe 6, the Scandinavian Viking tribes. But alongside both my surnames, my Graves and my Nakin surnames. Graves is my father's name, and Nakin was my mother's bloodline name. And those two names together are both generated, they both originate in Scandinavian Viking area. Back in the ancient days, also, no less. Nakin, the name Nakin has been transformed from its original name, but it traces back to the Scandinavian Viking area, the channel, the water areas of that region, as well as the Graves name. And the Graves name hasn't been modified or changed much. Just the Gaelic punctuation has been taken out of it. And its name is literal, but then there's a secret, there's a hidden name within that, because the original Graves Vikings, the Draconians, they became the Gryphai, the stewardess of the land for the royalty in that day, especially after they were raided by the Vikings and the English systems in there, and the two cultures began to integrate. Learning how to be still and be here and be quiet in the here and now is so important. Apollo, will you please stop? I'm going to put you down. Learning how to feel into our body so that we know what it's trying to tell us in every moment. We only have the here and now, and we can only exercise our true free will choice if we're fully present in the here and now. That's the only way. If we're in autopilot and anxiety about tomorrow and depression about yesterday, we're not operating our free will choice in the now. And the now is all that matters. What we don't realize is time isn't linear. It is happening all at once. It's a circle, it's a loop, it's a spiral. our consciousness is present on that spiral. So all of our incarnations of our soul jigsaw puzzle is all happening all at once. It's just fragmented. It's been fragmented and fractured. And our consciousness, our present consciousness, is in one of those spaces of timelines. And we shift timelines so much right now simply because of our emotional energy and our emotional moods. We shift in and out in bandwidths of timelines so frequently. And we fatigue ourselves, and we do it to ourselves all the time by simply not being consistent in our own emotional intelligence. Learning how to understand that, though, is so difficult because we are conditioned and programmed to get lost and caught up in the mind and our ego and our thinking, and not recognizing that our feelings are just, our emotions are just telling us a story. And it's not telling us a story about anybody else but ourselves, our own selves, our own internal story, our own eternal internal story. So I felt led this morning to include, I do a morning meditation reading. I have a special deck that I use that I came across. It's a mass-produced deck without a guidebook, coincidentally, I mean, weirdly enough. But its illustrations and the suits on it really truly speak to the transformation of the 13th pillar and what I'm in the story of the process that I'm going through right now. And so as I use it in the morning, my intuition has led me to use that in the morning with my meditation ritual, my meditation reading ritual. The first thing I do when I get up, I do my breathing. I make my tonic, my coffee tonic. I call it a tonic because it's not really coffee. It's got high quality instant espresso in it, but it's more of a blend of mushroom powders and matcha, an alchemized blend of nutrients that my specific biological avatar needs to sustain itself. It's my way of hydrating, as well as giving my body what it needs without upsetting my stomach first thing in the morning. I drink water first thing in the morning, structured water. I structure my water at home by slicing fruit into it and leaving it in a glass pitcher in the refrigerator or on my counter, and refilling it with the fruit in it for a few days at a time to let the terpenes really get into the water. And that really gives the water a boost and structure to wake it up the molecules and alchemize it into what your body can utilize and hydrate properly with saturating all of its organs. I'm breathing. I'm learning how to breathe fully, full diaphragm breaths all the time, and make sure that we keep our body saturated in oxygen will change our life. And I know it has mine. I know that it has changed my life. And doing alternate nostril breathing. First thing when I wake up, I speak to my water. I say my I am affirmation statements, and I feel them in my gut and in my heart fully as I speak to the water, and then I drink it, and I'm grateful. I remain grateful. And then I sit down and I do my alternate nostril breathing while I walk my dog, let him do his morning business, and I go outside and I do my alternate nostril breathing, and I spend time in that quiet space. not worried about anything, just being present with my body and allowing myself to ground into the earth and connect to the planet properly, so that I can operate my day and function my bioengineered, biological, organic, technological avatar from safe mode in my interactions, so that my cup and my energy is filled, and in safe mode, my safe filter is on, my antivirus program is on, my VCN, so to speak, my filter, my antivirus filter is activated and in place. You can't, when you're in fight or flight mode, you're being bombarded because your shield isn't up. Your own bubble hasn't been activated. We need to be in safe mode if we want to have our gold shield on, so that all that negative shit, all that stuff, all those frequencies that aren't meant to infiltrate and bombard you, don't make it to you. It gets filtered out through the frequency of your shield. But you have to activate your safe mode first. Our bodies are engineered technology. They're just made out of organic material. And organic material is only considered organic because it is the furthest, this dimension is the furthest away from source and vibrates the slowest. That's the only reason why it's dense and organic. I know that's hard to wrap your head around, but that's the truth. Our brain is an organic computer that when it is activated and firing properly, can outthink any AI ever, because AI is limited by the programming of the brain technology. But the only reason why it seems like it surpasses the brain technology is because we haven't activated our own full programming. But we give it to we give that possibility to the AI. But the AI in and of itself is cast because it is not organic. It is not made from organic material. It's made from synthetic material. Therefore, it's not able to evolve the way that we were created to be able to do so. And AI is created here in the third dimension. Therefore, its limitations are the third dimension. We, as celestial human beings, were created in the fifth dimension. So just think about those things for a minute. We don't feel like we belong here because we don't. The gravity, the denseness of this dimension affects our body, and people, those scientists and specialists and professionals that talk about how the weight of the gravity affects us is true, because we weren't created in the third dimension. We were created in the fifth dimension, and this is the heaviest, densest, slowest harmonic field and density. And we were not created here, and we were not meant to be stuck here. Okay, this isn't where we were meant to start our evolution from. But we were forced here from extraterrestrial higher harmonic beings who hijacked our evolution and our nursery. The planet was our nursery. I felt led to, so in my morning meditation reading, I use 3 decks, and one of the decks is it's a moon deck created for the feminine aspect, for females, so to speak, but the feminine aspect is, it doesn't matter what gender you are. We have masculine and feminine polarities within ourselves, and that's part of the point of evolution, is to align those two aspects within ourselves. And if you want to look at it that way, the polarity that I was talking about our particum and partice, our particum, this dimension would be the masculine projected of the polarity. The higher soul or the higher self and the higher dimensions, the higher harmonic fields is the feminine aspect of ourselves. So I use this, it's called the Moon Deck. It's by Arona Luya, and it's meant for the feminine aspect, and it's a book that contains rituals and understanding. It's the Moon Deck. It can be aligned with witchcraft rituals, if you want to look at it that way. But witchcraft, I mean, if you really think about everything that they've told us is witchcraft, is just tools of divination meant to guide us through archaeological science, ascension mechanic, evolution, astrology. And it's just using how to use those tools in the proper way, in the proper energy, because intent is what it really comes down to. Our intent is what's being projected into the reality. Sound, light, and symbols is the true trinity of creation. And I suppose if you want to equate that to the trinity of religion, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Father would be sound, Son would be symbols, Holy Spirit would be light. The Trinity, decoded. One of the biggest problems with the Trinity through the religion of dogma, or dogma of religion, is tries to sell us that the Trinity of creation is all within the male aspect, and that isn't true. The male aspect is only applicable to this dimension as a whole, but creation cannot happen without the feminine aspect. So that Father, Son, Holy Spirit program, calculation, formula is inaccurate. Male, male, male is not how creation works. You have to have the female, the feminine aspect within the Trinity in order for creation to occur. And if you really, really, really wanted to genderize God, if you really wanted to sit down and think about whether God had a gender, it would make more sense to me that would be the female, that God would be a woman. It would be female, because where is the womb located? Where does creation actually happen? In which anatomy, if you want to look at it that way? Creation happens in the anatomy of the feminine aspect. In every species, unless it's asexual. And asexual just means that they have the feminine and masculine aspects within themselves to be able to reproduce. That's something, and if there's species out here that are able to 3D print their offspring, their legacy, wouldn't be hard pressed to think that divine celestial humans wouldn't carry that capability within themselves either, especially if they have activated their DNA. Essentially, the asexual beings, the species on the planet, are just organic 3D printers, right? And essentially, that's the immaculate birth that the dogma of religion speaks about for the birth of Christ. But what they don't tell you is that his mother Mary was also 3D printed. She was an immaculate birth as well. And so is Mary Magdalene. They don't share those things with us. Because they don't want you to know the real truth. But yes, Jesus Christ, Yeshua is his real name. Yeshua was 3D printed. That's what the Immaculate Birth is. He was organically 3D printed by his mother Mary. And his mother Mary was also 3D printed by her mother Anna. Organically 3D printed. And then so was Mary Magdalene. Her mother, whom I can't remember the name of. I know Miriam's mother's name. I'm just not recalling it off the top of my head at the moment, and I apologize. I've been hitting the head with the sledgehammer. So processing information and digesting it, even though it's within my own DNA, I have to pull through. And if my higher self, my oversoul wants me to share Miriam's mother's name in this broadcast, then I will recall it in the process without having to look it up, without having to recall my notes. So this guidebook, the Moon Deck, is a guidebook. It's rituals that helps with incorporating and the way to practice tapping into our intuition. And our intuition is our D4 band, D5 band, and our soul. Our soul is in the harmonic field above us, D4, D5, and D6. And our oversoul is D7, D8, and D9. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how this all works myself. I'm still trying to navigate the information so that I can digest it and make it practical and pragmatic for my own life, and so I can understand it in a way that makes sense and comprehend it, right? It's very complicated, and we were programmed and conditioned to believe the complete opposite of what Keylontic science is, and we are programmed and conditioned to believe in the inverted process of reality. Therefore, getting through the limiting beliefs of what we've been told about ourselves and who we are is extremely difficult, even when you're aware of the sensations inside of you that tell you this is not true. There's so much more to this than we are told. And you're right. And you can find those answers through Keylontic science, which is the true science of creation. So the ritual, I feel led to share this today, because this isn't something I do on my live broadcast. This is my personal time with Source, my higher self, in the morning when I first wake up, to make sure that my cup is full before I engage within the world. And I'm centered so that the message in the broadcast that I am transmitting through the live feed is pure and unfiltered and at its highest energetic frequency potential at the moment that I can put out. So that means I have to do the maintenance and the biohacking of my biological avatar every morning so that I'm operating from that space. If I am anchoring the energy frequency for the container net, I need to make sure that my own frequency is stable and remains that way. So today is July 10th, 2026. Today is a 10 day. It's a day of 1. 10 is the rotation of the wheel of destiny. It's completion, it's starting over. So 9 is actually the number of completion because the 1, the 10, brings us back to 1. And we're starting over. So it's the wheel has turned. The wheel of fortune, the wheel of destiny has made a full circle. And 2026 is also, by itself, is the year of the fire horse, and it is also a completion year. And the year of the fire horse, I mean, that's a stampeding motherfucking horse. Energetic horse. Stampeding, speeding through this year. Okay? Beginning the new cycle, burning away the old, soldering the wound. Soldering the wound. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. Seven plus 10 is 17. July 10. 7 plus 10 is 17. Which is significant for me personally because of my HLA-V27 gene. It's part of my personal internal code. My personal internal genetic code equates to 7, 11, 13, and 17. Seven, because I was born in 1977. It's also the number divine. 11, because that's my life path number. 13, because my natal chart shows me that I am the 13th pillar. I'm the 13th zodiac sign. My natal chart, my Western and Vedic combined natal charts point to me being the 13th sign. Ophiuchus. When you align that to the Cloister Duratura plate records and the prophecy that they speak of, the 13th pillar, the 13th zodiac sign Ophiuchus is the 13th pillar. That's a lineup even without my genetic markers or my surnames. My surnames then just verify because the 13th pillar will come out of tribe 6. The Scandinavian Viking tribe of the divine, celestial, angelic human tribes. And then I carry the HLA-B27 gene. Next point. That is the specific genetic code and marker that the 13th pillar must carry. Ophiuchus is a serpent bearer. I was born in 1977, year of the fire or snake. I mean, it all just adds up too perfectly for me to be able to deny it. And I've set out to try to disprove that this avatar, that this is my life purpose, because that's a lot. Even though I knew it was true, when I found out, it reigned and resonated within my body so strongly, the most intensely that anything has ever resonated within my body. I still didn't want to accept it. That's a lot. And it's taken me the last 6 months of this journey to come to this place of acceptance. And there's no turning back. So the ritual today that came up, so the card that came up, first of all, is 10. I don't know, you can't see this, I'm sorry. There you go, 10. I know it's backwards, I apologize. So the day is July 10th, and the ritual card that came up was a 10 card in this deck. And it's also the 10 year. But it's the month of the 7. And 7 is the dragon's tail. It's Ketu, Neptune, which is in reverse, or in retrograde right now. Coincidentally. But Neptune is the planet of dreams. It's the planet of intuition. It's the planet of pure intuition, of the internal self, of the internal wisdom. So this card is 10, and what it says on the front is, I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. Sorry, there was something on my screen, and if I go to try to get it off my hand, I'll tip my whole setup. and yeah, anyway, so I have to blow it off again because I can't. It bugs me being in there when I see it. So, I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. Number 10. Intention. Orbs. Herbal bottles. Earth, connecting with the earth, air element here, right? Sound, light, and symbols. Now I'll read the guidebook. Ow, my nose. So I mess with my nose when I'm channeling because it itches when I'm channeling, and it's a thing, and I try not to mess with it as much, and I apologize, and when I do, just whatever. We need to learn how to not let other people's emotions or the way that they are in their own skin bother us. Why are we offended with somebody else's body movements? You know what I mean? Like, why are we offended by somebody else's struggles? Why does it matter to us if somebody's messing with their nose all the time? They're not messing with yours. Okay. This is a side note there. I don't know. I felt like I needed to say that. So number 10 is desire. I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. Now, our deepest desires can act as a roadmap, guiding us to craft a life with purpose and meaning. It is in our nature to create, yet sometimes it's just a matter of slowing down enough to remember who we are. You are a craftswoman. If you listen closely, you know what you want and how to manifest it. When you claim your innate ability to craft and create, you connect to a deep knowing that is unshakable. It lives in your it lives in your bones and is magnetic when awakened. You may create art, a home, a family, an adventure, a business, delicious food, or a garden. The options are endless. Instead of exhausting your energy and repressing your desires, give them a direction, no matter how small. You hold the reins and can steer them. You deserve the space to pause and inquire. Feel a sense of trust and ease with all you are crafting in your life. That's operating from the D4 heart center, you guys. You want to begin your ascension and your evolution? Get out of D3 thinking. Activate your dreams. Listen to your intuition. D4 is the next harmonic field, and D4 is the realm of dreams. It's where the astral happens. So now this ritual for today, for this card, the ritual, which I will do later. I needed to do my broadcast by a certain time today. I'm trying to do it first thing in the morning before a certain time because I live in a shop space that isn't mine, and they've been on vacation, so I've been able to get settled and somewhat organized in somewhat space and be able to move a little bit without being interfered or distracted or, you know, encumbered on. And they're back today. So my broadcasts are meant to be when I'm here in my own space with my own bubble, and so I'm trying to make sure that I get these broadcasts finished in the morning before the actual day begins with the shop owner. So, ritual intention candle. The ritual is the intention candle for today. So meditate on your core desires and give yourself time to really listen to your inner voice. Okay. Then once clear, continue with this ritual. Set up your space with a candle. If you have an altar, that's perfect. Set up an altar. Do this at your altar. This is definitely an altar ritual. So, set up your space with a candle, something to carve with, such as a thin wooden stick, needle, or porcupine quill, and essential oils that reflect your intention. Slowly carve your words or symbols onto your candle, focusing on your core desire and intention. Some ideas: health, gratitude, prosperity, love, joy, inspiration, family, or be more specific, a goal, or protect your manifesting, or a goal or project you're manifesting, the suggested mantra, or create your own mantra. Be creative, concise, and follow your intuition. So anoint your candle with your oil, using your fingertips to draw lines or patterns. Light your candle and envision, okay, slowly carve words, okay, yes, into your, focusing on your intention. So anoint your candle with, and then anoint with the oil, using your fingertips to draw lines, and then light your candle and envision your intention clearly as you bask in its glow. Seal your ritual with gratitude and blow out your candle. Revisit the meditation daily until your candle burns out. So this is just something that's a simple practice that you can do on your own in order to, as a ritual, to project and manifest your true desires and your intentions into the atmosphere, so that it can, what you put out comes back. And what you put out with strong intention really comes back. So what I mean by that was when you are in heightened emotion, whether it be fear, anger, joy, whatever heightened emotion you're in, whatever emotion, even if it's contentment, that may not seem heightened, but when you're in a state of contentment and gratitude, you're projecting that out into your reality to be returned back to you and manifest back to you. What we do now creates our future. What we think now creates our future. How we speak now creates our future. Look, think of it like a movie projector. Okay, yeah, the movie in the reel is all there. It's all within the reel of the movie that's going to be played through the projector. Now think of that movie reel as your avatar, your biological avatar. Okay, now, and your eyes, your brain, whatever, is the light being projected from the projector onto the screen, and the screen is the third dimension. It's you playing out your life. So think about that. So what's the frame that's happening in the reel of your life that's being projected into the screen is just that. It's just a simple piece, a small piece. But whatever is happening in that small piece reel, in that now moment of the reel, the movie, determines how the rest of the movie is going to play out, right? Your life is like that. Just because right now, this is the small part of the reel that's being projected onto the screen that you can see. But it's a big movie. It's a really big movie. But if you look at it through the actor, the director of that movie, he wants the characters in that moment, in the moment that he's trying to capture, to behave a certain way, because he needs them to be and act a certain way and be, in order for the rest of that movie to play out the way he wants it to. Right? Otherwise, the movie gets messed up, and the movie down the road, it's not going to play out the way it was intended and directed to be. So how the actors act in that frame is important, because it is what's determining what is projected later on in the film. And that is how our life is. That's how life works. Ooh, I just got yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Source is amazing. Spirit's amazing. We are amazing. Let's see how we should take care of ourselves today, real quick. This is the Self-Care Cards by Cheryl Richardson. Sorry, I did that backwards. Try it again. Choice. We have a choice. Remember your choices. You don't have to be what everybody says you should be. Who are you really? Who do you desire to be? That is the point. You have a choice in that. And I cut it at love. So make sure your choices are anchored in love. Make sure the choices that you make are anchored in love. Holy, there we go. So the card that came up for the day after the hand shuffle is choice. What a pretty card. That lavender color is calming. It represents, the calmness. It's safe mode. Make your choices in safe mode. Reconsider a commitment. You have the right to change your mind. I like how, this is like a bouquet of flowers, right? We see the lilac and the lavender. I love lilac. I love the smell of lilac. My mom used to have a bush of lilacs in the back of our house, our mobile home growing up, and I used to love it in the spring when I would walk in the morning to go to school, and when I would come home from school, because the smell of lilac, I could smell it clear down the street. And I knew it was coming from my mom's house, from my house. But look how it looks like, not only is it a bouquet, but it's a ball, like the planet. And we got the white flowers here, representing the divine of the 15th spirit, the Sophianic, or the 15th dimension, the Sophianic spirit. Choice. Reconsider a commitment. You have the right to change your mind. What are you committed to that isn't feel good inside, that you might need to reconsider? Not everything that you feel obligated to do is a real obligation. Not everything that you feel obligated to do is a true obligation. Think about that. Just really let that sink in. Just because you seem to feel obligated, or somebody else is making you feel obligated, doesn't mean that you are obligated. Okay? And this obligation, this choice that we get today to think about and consider today is anchored in goals. Can be more perfect than that. What are your goals? Who do you want to be? Are your goals reflecting your heart center? You have choice in that. Who is it you are meant to be? Who do you want to be? Who are you meant to be? Who were you created to become? Who are you becoming? So next card I'm going to pull is it's Mindful Reflection Deck by Prism and Floor. Slow down on the bottom of the deck after I shuffled. Cutting the deck at. Be patient with yourself. And now I'm going to hand shuffle. All right, Spirit. I know you've got something to say. There we go. Oh, 2 came out today. So the first one is become more aware of what is worth your energy. Become more aware of what is worth your energy. You have a choice. What lights you up inside? Are you doing what makes you happy? Are you doing what makes your joy, your whole body light up? And the second card that came up, and this is the back of the card, these are pretty. The second card is take yourself less seriously. I think those cards go perfectly together right now.
I told you I have my.
What are you paying your attention to? What are you giving your energy to? And is it worth giving your energy to? And you don't need to take yourself so seriously. Take yourself less seriously in that. What is your joy? Find your childlike joy. That is what this is all about. As long as you're not harming others or the planet, you're on point with your desires. The only time that it becomes not okay is when we're harming ourselves, harming the planet, or harming others. Anything that causes harm isn't truth. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Anything that's fear-based is false. 100% false. And it's a choice that somebody has made somewhere down the road to operate from fear instead of love. Who are you really? And who are you becoming? Take yourself less seriously. Seriously. It's all about you, but then it isn't either. We are not separate. I am you and you are me. So raise your own vibration. Be true to yourself so that you can properly cooperate with the collective. In an uplifting and an abundant way. Now I use another deck. This is just for shits and giggles because I'm funny. I like laughter is the best healing medicine there is. So I use another deck that a new friend and neighbor gave me called the slightly unhinged affirmation deck. And it's one of the first gifts that I got when I got here to California, as confirmation that I was on the right path, that I made the right choice of being here. A energetic anchor that I felt that was nearby, where I felt less lonely and less isolated. But I'm so isolated and lonely right now. But it's okay. I'm not lonely in the sense of I'm alone. Just that I'm alone, and I can't share my ideas with somebody else that speaks my language at the moment. But I'm calling in my tribe. My community is coming. I'm in the weird limbo space where the past is irrelevant and has been sealed, but my future hasn't quite manifested yet, because I live in the third dimension. I reside in the third dimension, here to help the planet ascend. So it takes time for the sealed deal to manifest. As above, so below. It happens in the energetic field first before it can manifest down here. I refuse to be dragged into drama unless I am cast as the main villain. I like that. That's true. And then I cut it at I will do great things after this nap. Rest is important, you guys. Yes, Apollo. Can I help you? Hold on, my dog is talking to me, so give me a sec. What can I do for you? What do you want? You want up? Okay. All right. He wants to be part of the broadcast. He wants to be part of the transmission too. So we're gonna let him join. So this is my buddy. You're gonna sit still. I'm gonna put you back down. Okay. So let's see. Hand shuffling now for the true card for the day. And we have got, I will romanticize my life even if it's currently a sitcom. I know this is backwards, I apologize. I romanticize my life, even if it's currently a sitcom. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm laughing really hard because that was funny. Spirit's got jokes and she's hilarious. So yeah, she's hilarious. So choice, we have a choice. Reconsider our commitment. Are you living from your heart center? And make sure your choices are anchored in your goals, your intuitive D4 heart-centered goals. Who are you really? And who are you becoming? So today is 18 of the gestation of the Atom Seed. I'm Kelly Lee Grace, Nakin, Draka Mother Shaman, and this is Apollo. I'm Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign, the Serpent Bearer. Look it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then do the research. Figure it out for yourself. I've done my research, and I can sit here in this live broadcast with my frequency pure and claim it. Because I know who I am and I know what I'm talking about. Regardless if y'all think I'm crazy or not. How crazy am I? Especially if you won't do the research. If you just dismiss. Willful ignorance does not negate the truth, people. Willful ignorance does not negate the truth. You say you hold the truth. Every single one of you speaks upon wanting to know the truth of reality. Wonder about the truth of reality. Wonder about the conspiracy theories, the validity of aliens, all of those things. Well, do the research. Stop following blindly all the propagated mainstream news channels. and accepting everything that they tell you, because everything they tell you is not true. It's crap. And even the COVID stuff, the shit that they were showing on the news feeds during COVID, they were showing different stuff for different parts of the plant, for different parts of the country, because they were showing, whenever they were showing all the chaos happening within the hospitals and shit, that wasn't really happening. Those were movie clips. Okay? You need to wake up. It's time to wake up, people. And we had 3 years. 3 years for you to be on the right side of the frequency fence. 6 years for when the split is finalized. The new earth, old earth split, however you want to consider that, before the snapback happens. 2033 is when the snap happens, the snapback. The collapse of the frequency net happens in 2033. With that being said, your DNA, your personal core vibration, magnetic, heart-centered D4 magnetic field vibration needs to be vibrating higher than the frequency net by 2030, because the timeline will be sealed in 2030. I'm not broadcasting these because I'm trying to teach people to wake up. I'm trying to do the research and wake up and stop being ignorant to your own existence and caught up in the Armageddon agenda and the false light of the Matrix. Wake up. It's time to wake up. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards, and I'm probably going to end this transmission. So I'm going to pull a card from the Empath Oracle deck by Raven Digitalis. Oh, I didn't need that. So I'm going to pull a card from the Empath Oracle deck by Raven Digitalis. And then I'm also going to pull a card from Mindful Souls Crystal Wisdom deck. So I cut the deck at releasing emotional weight. And now it's hand shuffle. It's hand shuffle for the card of today. So releasing emotional weight. That's what I'm speaking on. You have choices. Make sure they're anchored in love and your goals. Romanticize your life. Even though it looks like currently look like a sitcom right now, romanticize it. Romanticize your true desires. That's how we create the movie reel in the projector of our life to be projected onto the screen with full emotion. You have to feel it, believe it. You have to yourself. You have to believe in your dreams. Oh, my nose is, woo, I must be channeling hard because it almost seems like I took some fentanyl or opiates or something. Sorry, that was gross. I'm sorry. I don't like heroin or opiates. I'm not a big fan, and that's why, because it makes the whole body itch. And I don't like itching as it is. I channel enough, and that makes me itch enough, and the opiates intensify that feeling, and I don't like it. And it also makes me nod out, where I'm and not with it. The brain fog is too much for me. I'm not alert. That's why I did meth all my years, because my trauma, my abuse, I wanted to be alert. I wanted to see what was coming. I wanted to be ready for it. But anyways, itchy. I'm channeling. So the card that came up today is 20. Taking a vow. Now, first, right off the bat, I notice the blue in the front of the face. I was just talking about my nose itching from channeling. That's kind of interesting right there. It's also making me think of the release of the Marduk clench. You can look into that. It's an energetic thing. Somatic body releases, both men and women. Our trauma is stored in our bodies, you guys. And you don't have to talk through it to release it. You just need to release it from the body. You're going to release emotions with it, but you don't have to relive the encounters in order to release them. You just got to release them from the body, which is emotional. But it's quicker. So I see a lot of passion in this, and a lot of overcoming adversity with the orange and the red and the pinks, right relationship. Taking a vow. 20. 20 is the number of awakening in the Chaldean system. It's awakening of, it's 20 is the awakening of the call to the divine mission. So 20 is the number of the awakening of the call to the divine mission. So it's 20 is the awakening to your mission. It's awakening to your gifts, to your life purpose, to your personal mission. So now I'm going to read the guidebook definition. This was the first time I've pulled this card. So its essential themes are choosing self-discipline as a way to better understand ourselves, considering what kind of vow or fast would be best at this time, and tapping into intuition in order to determine what needs attention. So the imagery on this card, the woman in this picture is immersing her whole being in the essence of life. She knows that only by merging with the whole can she reach her highest destiny. She makes a promise to always stand by the side of the eternal flow and overcome all challenges to the best of her ability. Her beauty is the beauty of the universe. So the deeper meaning of this card is because our emotions can be so easily swayed and influenced, we empaths often struggle to come back to ourselves. Alongside self-assertive daily practices, like I've been talking about, ritual, breathing, or breathing techniques, water, and the rituals, the candle ritual. Alongside self-assertive and understanding of energetic dynamics. Quantum science, you guys. We can take this step further by observing vows and resolutions from time to time. Vows take numerous forms, do not have to be restricted two particular styles of practice. In fact, we can look inside ourselves to see what kind of vow or vows would serve our spirits best. When we tend well to our spirits, we can serve others with greater clarity. Vows should not be undertaken with ego in mind. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card coming up right off the bat is that candle ritual. It's taking a vow with yourself with that candle ritual. That's what we're doing. That's what the purpose of this card showing up in the reading today, in conjunction with my moon deck. That's why Source wanted me to bring that into this broadcast, this transmission today, was the candle ritual will be your awakening to and taking a vow. So the 10 of the candle ritual, the rotation of that sun, will bring you to the awakening, to your divine call and mission, and taking a vow with yourself through choices anchored in goals, in your goals. Romanticize your life and take a vow. So suggestions for actions. I'm not even going to read it. Spirit stopped me instantly because I had just given you the suggestions for the action of this card. The purpose of this card is to take a vow through the candle ritual of the moon card deck. So carve your intentions onto a candle. Infuse it with an anointing oil. And light it. Sit with gratitude within the basking of the candle. Blow it out. And do it daily until the candle burns out. Make a vow to yourself to manifest your dreams, your true desires. Who are you becoming? So now the Crystal Wisdom deck. So I cut it on sapphire. So I cut it on sapphire. Sapphire is wisdom, divine, and nobility. How perfect is that, right? Now I'll hand shuffle for the card for the day. All right, come on, Spirit, please. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the card that we got was Kiwi Jasper. So the card that we got was Kiwi Jasper, which is communication, self-expression, and clarity. How much more perfect than that? So the earth, it's element earth, chakra, heart chakra, found uniquely in New Zealand. When to use it? During important conversations, when seeking inner balance as a thoughtful gift. Put it on your desk, in your living space, to encourage clear communication. So you can envision this, and if you have it, then use it. It's a clarifying stone, more perfect than that. Communication, self-expression, clarity. Take a vow with yourself. Get clear with your intent and your soul desire and your soul mission and your true desires from your heart soul center. Activate your D4. Wake up. Divine celestial humans, it's time. So I'm going to end this transmission here, mainly because I have to use the restroom and I'm not going to make you wait, and I'm trying to listen to my body. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please share these videos with people. If you are resonating and you're getting anything from these and you think that somebody else will, please share. I'm trying to get the word out there. Our time is limited and this is serious. Love you.